Okay, continuing here on the last page. Got another triangle angle bisector theorem. We can set this up as y plus 4. Space up here, okay. Sure, set this up right. Okay. Y plus 4 over 2y plus 5 should be set up in the same ratio as 4 over 6, or 2/3. Just simplifying this ratio to make the numbers a little bit more manageable. Cross multiply, you get 4y plus 10 equals 3y plus 12. Subtract the y, subtract the 10, you get y equals 2. Number 40. Yeah, so we have the side splitter, but again, we don't have this side, so we need both sides for the side splitter. So for this one, it's going to be better for us to redraw our triangles and use our corresponding parts to set up a ratio. So my small triangle, I know that this is x and this is 3. This is x plus 4, and this is 5. So x over x plus 4 should equal 3 over 5. Cross multiply, 3x plus 12 equals 5x. Subtract 3x from both sides, 12 equals 2x. Divide by 2, x equals 6. For number 41, try to get a little tricky by not telling us that these are, not giving us the same markings, but the fact that they're both 22 means they're equal to each other. And so it's a triangle angle bisector. And then they told us this is 90 degrees. Okay, and so what we'll want to do, we'll want to, since this is a right triangle, use Pythagorean's theorem to find out what this is. Okay, so we can find this, I'm going to call it y. 7 squared plus y squared equals 25 squared. 49 plus y squared equals 625. Subtract 49, 576, so y squared equals 576. I believe that that's a perfect square, and that's 24. So we know that this is 24. Alright, how's that going to help us out? Well, it should help us out because now that we know that y is 24, we have our sides that we can call this now. The rest is 24 after we take away x. Right? If this whole thing's 24 and this is x, then this is the rest of 24 after we take away x. So now we can use our side splitter theorem, and that is 7 over 25 should be the same as x over 24 minus x. Cross multiply, 25x equals 140, 168 minus 7x. Make sure I did that right. 7 times 24. There we go. Alright, so we add 7x to both sides. 32x equals 168. 168 divided by 32. 5.25. Alright, and then our last section using the similarity ratio. Alright, with these, it's important that we make sure we're setting up the right ratio and then using it to get to the right ratio. So it says two similar diamonds have areas of 75 centimeters squared, 27 centimeters squared. If one side of the smaller diamond is 12 centimeters, what is the length of the corresponding side of the larger diamond? Okay, so notice that they're going from area here to similarity ratio. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, we got 75 over 27, larger to smaller, and this is area. So when we simplify here, we got 25 over 9, and that should be a squared to b squared. we need, because we're talking about just length, A to B. If A squared is 25, A is 5. If B squared is 9, B is 3. Here's our ratio. They told us that the side of the smaller diamond was 12 centimeters. We want to find the side of the larger diamond. Using this ratio, we have 60 equals 3x, and x must be 20 centimeters. Okay. Number 43, it says, in two similar hexagons, one's side length is 4 feet, and the other with a corresponding side length of 18 feet. Okay. So kind of the same problem, except now we're going the other way around. We've got 4 over 18 simplifies to 2 over 9. Okay, and this is the similarity ratio. So from the similarity ratio, remember that's A over B, they want us to use an area ratio to find out the area of the smaller hexagon. So A squared over B squared is the ratio that we're using here, 4 over 81. And the area of our larger one was 648. We want to find the area of the smaller one. So cross multiply, 81x equals 2,000 something. 4 times 648, 2,592. Divided by 81, and that's 32 feet squared. Okay, number 44. Wants us to find basically the same thing. Basically the same setup, except not words this time. They give us diagrams. So we start off with these areas. 80 over 245. We should simplify these fractions before we get too far into it. What's that? 16 over 49. Alright. So A squared is 16, B squared is 49. So A over B should be 4 over 7. Taking the square root of those numbers. We'll use that in order to find x, because we're looking at lengths. So 42 equals 4x, 10 and a half, and x must be 10 and a half. Okay, 45. They gave us the perimeter. Again, it's a linear measurement, so it works with the similarity ratio. The perimeter is 72 over 48. Simplify that. 6 goes in both of these. It's 12 over 8. Simplify that. That's 3 over 2. So our A to B is 3 to 2. Our A squared to B squared, our area ratio is going to be 9 to 4. So we can use that here. 9 over 4 should equal what we don't know. I'll just call it x over 34. Cross multiply. So 306. Yes, 306. 4x equals 306. Divide by 4. 76 and a half maybe. $76 and a half. Okay. All right, and then finally, number 46, it says the area of two similar decagons. And remember, with these shapes, it really doesn't matter what shape it is. What matters is that they're talking about areas of similar figures or perimeter of similar figures. So the area of two similar decagons is 160 and 242. What is the ratio of their perimeters? What is the ratio of their sides? We've been doing this the whole time. So yep. So here, notice that they said perimeter ratio and ratio of sides. Those are both linear measurements, and so they should both be the same. Do that before, or talk about that before we really get too far into it. So what we want to do is we want to simplify this, because this should get us to a squared over b squared, because they're areas were given to us. So what goes in both of these? 2, let's say 2. 2 goes into both of these. 80, 121. Okay, 121 is a perfect square. Take the square root of that, take the square root of this. 11, that's 16 and 5, 4 radical 5. And that's as simplified as it gets. Okay, so that's a to b. We know that because we took the square root of a squared to b squared. So our perimeter ratio, 4 radical 5 over 11. The ratio of their sides is the same, 4 radical 5 over 11. Alright, that's it. Hopefully this helps you prepare for your test.